Emily Gibson here, and I am going to talk to you today about something that has been on my mind for the last week, and that is the 10 excuses that I used to give about working my network marketing business, and also the 10 excuses that I hear most commonly in my network marketing team. Now, I have been doing this for about 3 years. I have some notes that I'm going to refer to today because I've been so thoughtful in preparing this for you. I want you to hear these excuses so that you can recognize them in yourself, so that you can recognize them in your team, and you are better equipped as to how to overcome them yourself and how to help your team members, your team leaders overcome themselves. This is so key for you to move forward in your business. I also want to tell you that some of these excuses I used as an excuse for 1 second and then I moved on. And other excuses I unconsciously had with me for years when I did this in the beginning. So, first of all, the top 10 excuses that I used to have to not work my business. Number 1, this is the first excuse I gave when my friend reached out to me about doing network marketing with her. I'm too busy. I had 4 kids. They were 7, 5, 3, and 4 months old. My husband was working 3 jobs, 6 days a week. We both had highly demanding church service jobs that we did in our local congregation. We were very, very busy. I get it. We're all busy. You've got to let go of this excuse. Everyone is busy. Nobody has time for this. Nobody. You make time for the things that are important to you. And when I finally recognized that my ability to sacrifice my time and give up things that weren't helping us, like watching Netflix, doing things that weren't helping move our family forward, that is when I truly started to make some headway, when we started to make headway on our life goals. The biggest one was getting out of debt. After we were in network marketing for 18 months, we were able to finally start aggressively paying off our debt. And in our second 18 months in network marketing, we're 3 years in now, so halfway through our experience, we started paying off our debt. And now 3 years in, we are completely debt free. I want you to let that sink in. What are your excuses keeping you from? Because my excuse of I'm too busy was keeping us from living a life of true wealth, which is debt freedom. Number 2, my excuse I used to have was none of my friends and family want to do the business. I keep asking them, they're not interested. I know. The only thing I can tell you is now 3 years later, a whole lot of my friends and family want to do the business with me, are doing the business with me, and continue to message me about doing the business with me. So you can either sit and use that as an excuse to not be persistent, not be consistent, not learn the skills as to how to approach people better about doing the business with you. Or you can use it as an excuse to keep you from achieving the network marketing success that you truly deserve. All right. Number 3, everyone is turning off their subscriptions. Everybody's quitting. There's no way I'm going to get ahead. Everybody's just turning off. Yeah, I know. That's because you are sorting. You're putting people in a funnel. You're putting people in. They are either going to stick with it or they're going to leave. It's not your job to have everybody love everything. I wish it were. It is our job to put people in the funnel, do a fantastic job of follow-up and support, offer people knowledge, training, our commitment so that they have the best shot at success with whatever product you're selling. And then from that point, they're either going to stay with the products, stay with the business, or leave altogether. And either way, that should never deter your mission, your goal, which is your why. For us, that was getting out of debt and building a life for our family that we'd always dreamed of building. Okay? Number 4, the company isn't doing enough for me. It's the company's fault, right? It's the back office. It's the new back office that they released. They don't have enough starter pack selections for me. I just don't feel like there's enough training. I wish they'd do better training at our events, or I wish that they'd provide more for us. Well, if you feel like they're not doing enough, you better get outside of what they're offering you and go find what you need, pay for it, apply yourself, and get what you need from somewhere else. It's sort of like buying a house, right? You're never going to find the perfect house. There's always going to be one thing that you're like, oh, well, the garage has a funny entrance, or I wish the laundry room were a little bit bigger. But man, everything else is perfect, right? So when you are finding yourself in that space of really, it's victimhood, right? Saying, oh, if they only did more for me, I'd be doing better. Lie. You're lying to yourself. You're going to do better when you decide to do better. Okay, number 5. I'm working and my points aren't going forward. Well, I wonder why. What is it that you need to learn as a leader to do better? Are you personally sponsoring? Are you personally duplicating? Are you teaching your team to personally sponsor and personally duplicate? If that is not happening, somewhere in there is a breakdown. And it's your job as a leader to figure out what that breakdown is, and then you go into action setting the example that others can follow. Don't wait for your team to create the momentum you're looking for. That's not their job. It's your job. You create the momentum. The pace of the leader is the pace of the team, right? So if you want momentum on your team, go out and recruit a new business builder. Go out and recruit a new product user. And then when you do that, multiply that. Start new momentum on your team by your actions. Okay. Number 6, my leaders aren't working. I don't know. They just stop working. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, you're right. That happens in network marketing. Your leaders stop working sometimes. You stay consistent. You stay persistent. You be the one to have the vision. That's what a leader does. A leader continues to have the vision. You have that vision. You have that leadership. And your leaders, they can come and go, but you're always going to stay there. You're the one that's going to create that momentum. Don't let this be an excuse from you doing your business. Number 7, I'm enrolling, I'm doing in-home parties, I'm doing virtual events, but my team, they just don't get it. I just don't know why they don't get it. Well, are you telling them what to do? Are you challenging them what to do? Are you offering incentives for them to be excited about what to do? Are you helping them understand their why they should want to be doing those things? Again, this is a breakdown. So if this is your excuse that you're not doing it because your team should be doing it, no, you got to get rid of that excuse. Again, these are all excuses that I have at one point or another caused myself to be in a negative place over at some time in the last 3 years. Don't feel badly if you've had these excuses. It's okay. It's normal. It's what action you take after you hear yourself making excuses, after you hear yourself being a victim to whatever is happening around you. You take action. You be a conscious creator. You be the one to set the pace of your team by your actions. Number 8. I'm not a planner. I don't think ahead. It's not my personality. I'm not that way. I know. I wasn't either. And there came a point in my business where I got only as far as my natural gifts and abilities would take me. And then I got stuck. And guess what? I had to go buy a planner. A novel concept. I know. I bought a planner and I started being intentional about my recruiting, intentional about who I was reaching out to, intentional about my follow-up. I was perfect in my follow-up from that day forward because I was going to change myself. I was going to get outside of my comfort zone. I was going to really, really try. And that was okay because before, the reason why I never got a planner, if I was completely honest with myself, was if I didn't really try, then I couldn't really fail. If you are feeling that way, get yourself a planner. and really try and risk failure every single day. The minute that you allow yourself to risk failure, that is when you will begin to cross over into the greatness that you truly are. It's worth giving to yourself. You deserve that greatness, and you're never going to get it unless you risk failure every single day. All right. Number 9, my friends can't afford it. You guys, oh my gosh. I said that for the first month I was in network marketing. My friends can't afford this. Oh my gosh, I feel so badly for them because, I couldn't afford this and they can't afford this. Well, guess what? Now, 3 years later, I can more than afford this. So by you saying they can't afford this, you are actually saying that you are unable to help them have the vision of abundance, which is not true. You see it. You see other people around you being successful in network marketing. It's either the person that sponsored you, or maybe it's the person that sponsored them, or maybe it's someone in your company that you don't even know. We can all, in America, with the exception of a very small percentage, anyone can afford $100 of anything. And the reason that I know this is because the same friends of mine that said they couldn't afford my $100 product, those same friends are going on trips with their family to Disneyland, staying at the Disneyland hotel, buying all the food and the treats and everything. You only have to go to Disneyland one time to see people can afford a $100 monthly product. Am I right? Yes, because people afford what they think they can afford. Now, 78% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. So, if they are telling you they can't afford your $100 monthly subscription, that's because you haven't shown them the value yet. Your ability to show value of your product to someone that is saying they can't afford it is the difference between you getting that sale or not. If you struggle with this, then you need to watch people who are great at training this, at helping people overcome their financial objections. And guess what? I was horrible at this in the beginning because I bought into their scarcity. I bought into them saying, I can't afford this. And I would empathize and I would say, oh my gosh, I know, I can't either. You're right. I don't want to push you. I don't want to make you buy something that you can't afford. And then something shifted in me and I thought, they need this. I need this. And I don't want to pay for it, and I don't want them to pay for it. And I know my compensation plan. I know that they don't have to pay for this, and I don't have to pay for this. They're going to get this for free. And not only are they going to get it for free, but they're going to get abundance in return as I show them to share with 3 friends. And I share with their friend to share with 3 friends. And 3 years later, you might have an organization of 10,000 people all sharing with just 3 friends. And an income that's more than most neurosurgeons. That is the freedom. That is the platform. That is the vehicle of network marketing. That is the best industry on this earth. There's nothing that you can create in 3 years, a business that pays you over $1 million in 3 years. That's just insanity. And you don't even have to have a degree to do it, right? Okay, so your friends can afford it. Don't let that excuse keep you from helping them get the better health and wellness or whatever it is you're selling them. Help them understand that by purchasing this product, they're going to spend money to make money. And do not allow them to live in scarcity thinking they can't afford it. They can't not afford it. Number 10, I'm not like that girl. I'm not like that guy. So I'll never be able to reach that rank. I'll never be able to hit that income level. I still catch myself telling myself that excuse in my business 3 years later, even after I have achieved some of the most top of all prizes and achievements you can earn in a network marketing company. I still hear myself giving myself that excuse sometimes to not work harder. It's a lie. Excuses are lies that you tell yourself that only you believe. These are the top 10 that I have heard myself say over and over again. This last one of I'm not like so-and-so, good. Don't be like her. Don't be like him. Be like you. Transform yourself and claim the life that you deserve. All right, in conclusion, I'm going to tell you quickly the 10 excuses I hear most frequently from my team. Those 10 that I shared with you, with the exception of the last one, are ones that I no longer struggle with anymore. Here are the ones that I hear from my team most frequently. Number 1, I'm too busy. Yep. I had that. Number 2, my friends don't want the business. Yes, they do. They just don't know it yet. Number 3, I've talked to everyone I know. No, you haven't, because if you have, there would be more people joining your team right now. Number 4, I have another full-time job. Okay, that's fine. Guess what? This job you can do while you're doing a full-time job. In fact, most successful network marketers, when they're doing personal recruiting, do not need to spend hours and hours and hours of their day recruiting new people. It can be a very fast and efficient process. So you might have another full-time job. That's fine. You can do this also. And when you decide that your dreams and that the life that you want to create is important enough to change, you'll fit network marketing into your busy schedule. Number 5, I'm too old. I'm not young like you. I can't do that anymore. Some of the best people in network marketing are older because typically they have more money, their friends have more money, and they have more time. So it doesn't matter what age you are. You can be 20, you can be 35, you can be 50, you can be 65. It doesn't matter. Anyone can do this. It's all about connecting with people, relationship building, and helping people to believe in more than they think they can do. All right, number 6, I don't have kids, so there's no way I know as many people as you. Well, you probably have friends that have kids, so you better start getting yourself an invitation to the birthday parties, the ballet recitals, and be talking to the people there. It doesn't matter if you don't have kids or you do have kids or you're married or you're not married. Decide for yourself to get over all these excuses that you're telling yourself and just do it. Number 7, I don't have a television show. The reason why I added this is because I do a local TV morning show monthly for a cooking segment. So sometimes I hear from my team, well, I don't have a cooking show. So, I just don't have, I don't have that to get out there. Guess what? I don't know anyone else in my company of 700,000 people that have a cooking show besides myself. And of the almost 200 diamonds in our company, nobody else has a cooking show but me. So 199 other people have done it without a cooking show. That tells me you don't need a cooking show. You don't need a TV spot. You just need hard work, persistence, consistency, and dedication to do what I've done. Number 8, my husband isn't supportive. I'm so sorry if that is your struggle, and I empathize with that. And I want you to know that we need strong women who can achieve the things they want to achieve, even if their husbands aren't supportive. This is going to take extra thinking ahead on your part. This is going to take extra drive. This is going to take extra positive affirmations, but you can do it. It's very possible. And one of the things that I've seen in so many of my friends who've also had that reasonable excuse to quit. What I've found is as I've seen them go upward in the company, their husbands have come around. Number 9, this is something I hear in my company all the time. I haven't lost any weight. So you feel like you're not a product of the product because in your mind, that is what you think you have to do. I did not build my business around that, even though our company is very structured around that. It doesn't matter. There's more to your product than just one thing. So don't get tied up on if you don't have a product story for every single thing that you think you're supposed to have a product story on. Sell the product based off of the experience that you have had with it and the experience that other people on your team have had with it, and that's enough. Okay, last thing, and then my little 3-year-old has found me. Number 10, I don't need the money, or I don't have the money, right? I didn't have the money. Now I've got the money. So if you have friends that now my biggest struggle are the people that I'm attracting have a lot of money and they're saying, I don't need the money. And I said, okay, well, if your husband dies tomorrow, even with the life insurance and all of that, whether you're rich or poor, it's always nice to have a lot of money. And being someone that was poor and now wealthy, I can say that that is absolutely true. So don't let that be an excuse to you. Because when you have more wealth, you have more to give to others. And really that is the beautiful part that network marketing has brought into our lives, is that because we have been blessed so abundantly, we can now bless others and do more good with the abundance that we have. So whether you need money or you don't have enough money, this is a vehicle to give you things to bless and pour abundantly on others than you can ever imagine. I hope this serves you today, and I hope that it inspires you to let go of your excuses and to help your team let go of their excuses so that you can all create something bigger than you could ever imagine. Bye.